Alright guys, here's yet another linear equation example with fractions. Why? Because you guys love fractions that much. Alright, so again, keeping in line with the last example, what do we want to do here to get started? We want to get rid of fractions. What are our denominators? We have a 4, a 14, and a 7. Alright, I don't know what the least common denominator is going to be, so I'm going to start with the largest number, 14. Does 7 go into 14? Yep. Does 4 go into 14? No. Okay, well I could start multiplying things and I would certainly get a number that works. Alright, I could do 14 times 4 and I would have a number that works, but I don't really want that large of a number. Okay, the question is, can I get something smaller? Let's try 4 times 7. Okay, 4 times 7 is 28. Does 14 go into 28? Yes, it does. And so our least common denominator for this problem is going to be 28. Okay, again, that means I am multiplying every single term by 28. And again, remember, I put the 1 under it just to help you guys remember we're multiplying fractions straight across. And before I start writing my simplification or my product down here, I want to see if I can simplify each individual term. Alright, and so let's take the first term here. I have a 4. Does 4 divide into 28? Absolutely. Alright, it goes in there 7 times. 14 goes into 28 2 times. And lastly, 7 goes into 28 4 times. Alright, and now, given what's left over, I can write my simplified equation down here as 7 and then x minus 3. Now, again, keep in mind, I am using parentheses. Why? Because this 7 is multiplying with the x and this minus 3, all right? So I'm going to have to remember to distribute it. Equals 2 times 5, which I'll go ahead and write as 10, minus 4 times x plus 5. All right, and again, I'm putting that x plus 5 in parentheses. All right, well now we're to an easier linear equation with just integers, and so I can begin solving by distributing this 7 and distributing this minus 4. So to distribute the 7, I'm going to have 7x minus 21 equals 10. Again, now we need to distribute this minus 4. So minus 4 times x is minus 4x. And minus 4 times positive 5 is minus 20. And I asked myself, is there any side I can simplify? Well, I can't simplify this side. I have an x term and I have a constant. But over here I have a 10 and a minus 20. And what is 10 minus 20? It's like having $10 and you spend 20. So that means we're at minus 10. And at this point, I can begin moving terms across the equal sign, trying to get my x's together, get my constants together. All right, and so to move this minus 21, I'm going to add 21. To move this minus 4x to the other side, I'm going to add 4x. All right, and so what do we have now? We have 7x plus 4x, which is 11x, equals negative 10 plus 21, which is going to be 11. And to get the x by itself, we now need to divide both terms by 11. And lastly, that gives us a final answer of x equals